Yo, 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 let's go, go, go. What do you say? Well, I got my song going, but I need to change the output here 1 second and get my Houston H-Town theme song going. Well, if I can find the sound settings. Right there, maybe. How about that? We'll try that. I think that should work. Let's see. It's supposed to be working. That's strange. Got my theme song going, but you can't even hear it. And it keeps opening my sound in the wrong screen. I guess I'll have to download this and put it in a different folder. Let's try that. Everybody's on the court warming up right now. We got the Mavericks today. Rockets at Dallas, looking for another nice win today. Let's do H-Town vibes right there, baby. Let's see if this works. Nice. Ah, there we go. Let's start this over just for you guys and gals. Finally. Street lights bending where the city ignites. Concrete shining like it's working late. Purple dust dripping down 288. Third ward murals, west side of glide. Every block got a rhythm you feel inside. Slow cook pride in the neighborhood air. If you ain't from here, you can't learn that flair. Freeways twist where the night runs deep. Every exit got a memory we keep. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's a Lone Star fate. That's a Lone Star waves rising off the loop at noon. Old school rides humming one slow tune. Inner walls painted with dreamers fire. Downtown breathing like a live wire choir. Space city mindset, aim high, don't fold. Old heads talking about the days ago. Sunrise glows on refinery lines. Every struggle here sharpens a spine. H-Town, where the sky runs wide. Storms hit hard, but we never hide. Bass stays low, but the soul stays loud. Yeah, we came from the mud and we stand real proud. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you know, then you know that's the Lone Star fate. 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 Under moonlit bridges we gather and roar. The streets hum back in language we adore. Built to lift each other when the waters rise. That's Houston heart. No, the sky static than a spark from the late night DJ. Guitars chugging like a freight on the bay. Sunny side grit, heights at dawn. Every neighborhood thread keeps the legacy strong. H-Town, where the glow runs late, where the hustle hits hard and the people stay great. Wherever I roam, wherever I stray, H-Town pulls me back like a tide in the bay. H-Town, where the grind won't wait. If you And when the night slows down and the engines rest, you can feel the city breathing steady in your chest. By your wind carried through the oaks and stone, whispering where you wander, you're never alone. Headlights fade, but the rhythm remains, rolling through the streets like blood through veins. Every story, every scar, every rise and fall, that's the heartbeat underneath it all. And when the dawn lifts up the edge of the sky, you'll see H-Town shining with another try. No matter how far your footsteps roam, this place calls you back with a voice like home. Guitar still ringing in the humid air, drums like thunder saying we're still here. So let the last note hang, let the night unfold, cause Houston's spirit never grows old. That's a lone star That's a lone star That's a lone star That's a lone star
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. The hype video is going right now with a little bit of highlights of the Mavs and a little bit of highlights of the Rockets, mostly the Mavs, it looks like. Maybe it's because they're at home in Dallas. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really do appreciate it. I had some coupons. So I stopped by Starbucks to use them. Picked up a little snack. Got myself a little Christmas tree. Can you see it right over here? It's right there. Only cost me $6 How cool is that? At a thrift shop. And the cool thing is that it's already decorated with ornaments. It doesn't have any lights, but it's already decorated with ornaments and it has a weighted stand. And all of the ornaments are zip tied onto the limbs. So I don't have to worry about anything falling off. It's all inclusive. I can buy one small string of lights and put it on there. And then whenever I want to store it for the rest of the year, I can just put it back in the plastic bag they gave me and tie it at the top. Talk about super easy. I mean, it's not as cool as a really big tree, you know, that I'm used to. But my Hatsune Miku seems to like it. She's sitting right next to it. They are right now announcing the lineups. Mavericks are being announced at the moment. Let me take a quick look here. Take a quick look here at the live chat. Looks like we got a comment here. Triska, welcome in. Sent from Dr. Delay. Hello, thank you so much. Yeah, I saw as soon as I went live here that Dr. D was on too, and I figured I would stop in and just say hello. And I appreciate him doing that. If you are still over there, Triska, you can let him know I said I appreciate that. And I'm going to be celebrating Christmas a little early this year because my daughter's coming to Japan in 2 days. She'll be here the evening after tomorrow. It's her first time to ever come to Japan. She and I didn't speak with each other for almost 2.5 years. And we finally spoke with each other right before Thanksgiving. And we spoke a lot. And then suddenly she said, I really want to come see you. Obviously, my health has not been very good. And she's worried about that. So she got her passport in 1 day and then bought her tickets. And she's going to come in 2 days. And I'm going to try to meet her at the airport if my van is okay. I need to do some repairs, but she's going to spend a couple of days here in Hiroshima with me. It'll be my first time to see her in basically like 7 years or more. Really looking forward to that. But right now, today, I'm looking forward to this Rockets Mavericks game. And I believe, okay, Fingers crossed. I believe that I got my internet issue worked out today. I think that I fixed it. I think it was just a cable issue. And right now I have 2 computers running, so I can have my game up here separate, my audio separate, and my I guess you could say my live stream separate on the big screen here. Let's get it going. Tip off. Capella's in as the starting 5. Okogie, Capella, Thompson, Smith, and of course KD. Whoa, Mavericks got the ball on the tip-off and they shoot an air ball in the lane. Davis right off the bat jammed his finger. He's got his middle finger wrapped and he's holding it right now. He may have hurt his finger immediately. He's grabbing at it at the moment. The referees called. They whistled the game dead for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. They've got the game stopped right now. The Rockets have the ball with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Okay, there's a clock problem right now, so they're trying to get that worked out. As soon as the game starts, there's a problem with the clock. I don't know if it's the game clock or the shot clock, but one of these has a problem. Got 4 viewers right now. Thanks for being here. Let's try to grow this channel a little bit more. Obviously, this is a Houston channel, but I know that there are millions upon tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of Houston fans. Rockets, Astros, Wheelers, Texans. Lots of different Houston fans all over the freaking world. Let's get this channel out to as many people as we can. Currently, the Rockets' record is 15-5. They were on a roll for a while, had a couple of injuries, also began to struggle a little bit in many areas. It seemed like they kind of shook that off yesterday. They started off really shaky, and then started coming back in the second quarter and just blew it open between the second and the third. Katie brings it in. Capella has it. Over to the side. Thompson backing in. Throws it to KD, who goes inside. Nice pass to Capella. Capella misses the layup and then goes in for the reverse. Misses again, and he gets his follow. Capella misses, and makes it. So he's 1 for 3 on his field goals with 2 putbacks, and one of those didn't go in. It looks like the Mavs are going to start off with a 3-pointer, and they make it 3-2 Mavs, and that was flag. 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Thompson with the ball. Goes around the pick, hands it off to Capella. He tosses it over to KD, who gets pushed. He shoots a 3-pointer, misses it off the back of the rim. Nobody's there to rebound. Look at that steal! How about that by Okogie? Oh, he lost it. Okogie went back there and stole off the rebound, but then lost it, trying to dribble it around and get to the goal. Great defense, but then he couldn't control it. Mavs have it. Flag. Backs up beyond the 3-point arc. Now he goes in the lane all the way up to the goal, lays it up, but doesn't get it. And just like that, offensive rebound, and they put it back. Dallas has 5 points. It's 5-2. KD with the ball. KD all the way into the lane with a layup, and it doesn't go in high off the backboard. Mavericks bring the ball down. Transition defense is non-existent. Dallas goes in for a dunk. Looks like Marshall all the way up gets the pass. Easy dunk. 7-2 Mavericks. Thompson gets into the lane, turns around, goes out to Smith, who loses the ball. He's going to have to fight for it. He finally gets it back. Back to Thompson, who's in the lane for the little easy jumper, misses it. Come on, the Rockets are looking really bad again right now. Starting this same game off like yesterday. And coast to coast, Nimbard goes all the way down the floor and lays it in. 9-2, Mavericks. KD with the ball at the three-point line, gets into the lane, takes the jump shot, the foul line, makes it. Nothing but net. 9-4. The Mavericks scored 9 straight unanswered points before that jump shot. 9 minutes left in the first quarter, speaking of 9. Jump shot by Nembhard. He makes it from the foul line. 11-4 Mavericks. What in the world's going on? Whenever the Rockets play like this, it's just so weird because they haven't been playing like this the whole season. KD with the ball at the top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Works it inside. Goes all the way to the goal. Lays it up and it rolls in. Nice. He went around 3 guys. 11-6 right now. And they let the Mavericks go all the way down the court, all the way to the goal again. Davis just drops it in. Defense is a steaming pile of you-know-what right now. It's 13-6 Mavericks. Thompson at the arc, hands it off to Smith, goes inside, stops at the foul line, back to Thompson. 3-point attempt off the front of the goal. Attempted defensive rebound, doesn't get it. Marshall is the last to touch it as it goes out of bounds. Hey, Daryl. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How about you? I appreciate you asking. I really trying to shake a cough. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do it or not. I've been taking some cough medicine from the store. If it doesn't work, another miss in the lane by Capella. Mavericks get back down to the other end pretty quick. Flag in the paint, makes a jump shot. It's 15-6. Mavericks are up by 9. 7:44 left in the first quarter. KD brings it down. I might have to go to a clinic and see a doctor about some stronger medicine. Right into the paint to Okogie, but he throws it out to Smith for a three-pointer. Why? Okogie with the putback, thankfully. 15-8. Davis with the ball, has a path to the goal, shoots it up and in, right off the backboard. Once again, terrible defense by the Rockets. 17-8, they're down. Thompson all the way to the goal, kicks it out, kicks it over to Smith. Misses the 3 again. Okogie fights the rebound. KD thinks about the 3. Doesn't put it up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He goes inside, tries to pass it off, loses it. And then the Rockets get it back on the transition. KD works his way. Okay. There's a shot clock violation because after the Mavericks stole the ball, they didn't reset the shot clock. I'm not sure about that one at all. I thought whenever the ball changed possession, they had to change the shot clock. But apparently they didn't think that the Rockets had lost possession, even though the Mavericks clearly had it. The Rockets assumed that they had a fresh shot clock, and they didn't. Time ran out. It's a turnover. 17-8, and that's going to be a timeout. 6:54 left in the first quarter. Rockets starting this game off just like they started the last game and the game before that, like steaming pile of garbage. Daryl, it's okay. It's been okay that time of the year. Cold's going around like the flu. I understand. Lots of sniffles around here too in Japan. Daryl says I'm having hot green tea. That's good. I actually bought myself some really nice green tea that has lemon added. Of course, I have my own green tea and my own lemon juice, so I can make that myself. But there is a new green tea with lemon added. It's a new bottle that you can buy in the store. It's a very big bottle. And I've never seen it before. It's like 65 cents. Very cheap. It's kind of a promotion right now. So I bought a couple of bottles. And it's really good. I like it. They'll probably jack the price up to about 150 yen. Right now it's like 88 yen or something like that. They'll probably raise it to 150 yen later. Normal price. But for a big bottle, at 60 or 65 cents, that's awesome, right? We've got about 7 people joining right now. Thanks for being here. I've mentioned it before, but for those of you who don't know, if you like the Texans, tomorrow's game, I've got a friend here in Japan. He's an American. He's going to be co-commentating the game for me, or with me tomorrow. It'll be the first time I've had somebody to join me on my live stream. He lives in North Kyoto in a place called Ine, right on the Sea of Japan. I'm in Hiroshima City right now. That's right, Daryl. Once they get you hooked, they raise the price. It's kind of like subscription services. They make them free. And once you get hooked, they start charging you a monthly price, right? Rockets give up another inside layup. 19-8, they are down. Durant in the lane, takes a shot. Nothing but net, baby. 19-10, Rockets down by 9. Do it, do it. Davis with the ball, goes inside. They don't have it. Tossed back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Davis is going to jack up a long three-pointer. Ricochets off and goes out of bounds. Going to be Rockets' ball. Appreciate you joining. We are now over 10. We're in double digits on the viewers now. Still so low compared to the baseball season. But I know it's going to take some time to grow. Shepard is in the game. He's got the ball right now. Gives it to KD. Holiday's also in on the far side. Durant goes in the paint, takes a fall-away jumper, and it's money, baby. Rolls it in. 19-12, 7-point lead for the Mavericks. They were up to 11. Davis gets the ball. Hands it off to number 9, goes under the baseline, doesn't have it. Out to the corner. Missed three-pointer there. Rockets get it. Down to the other end. Holiday open for a three-pointer. Wide open. Three-point is good. 19-15. Rockets down by just 4. Good defense there in the transition defense. It's knocked out of bounds. They say that it's off the Mavericks. That was good awareness there, but it's kind of rare for the Rockets to have good situational awareness on their transition defense. They often just drop the ball, if you can pardon the pun. The Mavericks don't like what's going on right now. They go ahead and call a timeout. Their lead has dwindled from 11 down to 4. 5:14 left in the first quarter. Rockets by 4, 19-15. Dallas is 8-16, and the Rockets are 15-5, but they're right now both playing opposite worlds. Houston's playing like they have Dallas's record, and Dallas has been playing like they have Houston's record. Cardiac kids. Yep. Excuse me. I need to figure out a way to keep my mute button more handy. "13 viewers. Lucky number 13. Right now, Holiday, Durant, Shepard, Capella, and Smith are on the court. Holiday has 3 points. He's 1 for 1 from downtown. Capella has 2 points. He shot 4 times. He's only made 1, shooting 25%. Durant, on the other hand, he doesn't have any rebounds, but he's got 8 points right now. Durant shooting pretty well at the moment. Maybe he should try some three-pointers. Smith, on the other hand, speaking of three-pointers, he's jacked up a couple. He hasn't made anything. 1 rebound, no points. Shepard hasn't been in the game long. He's got 1 rebound, no points. Okay, I see what was going on. The Rockets lost a challenge, which is very rare for them. And it results in a foul against Capella for slapping the arm of Davis. So not only do the Mavericks maintain the ball, but there's a foul. I gotta love it when you call it challenge and it results in your player getting a foul. Missed layup. Capella with the rebound, tosses it out to Shepard, who brings it down. Right through the middle, down the lane, takes the jump shot from the foul line, and he misses it. You gotta make that, man. That's money. KD makes those shots. Shepard needs to make them. Flag with a turnaround jumper over Holiday, and it's good. Nothing but net. See, that's the way you do it right there. 15-21, 4:40 left in the first. Flag has 7 points. He's 3 for 4 from the field. Shepard now with the ball. Goes to Capella in the lane, out to KD on the wing. KD takes it to the baseline, gets double teamed. Woo, baby. Talk about getting schooled. They gave him the baseline, and then they double teamed him, and he knocked down the jumper from the baseline. He has 10 points now, 5 for 7 from the field. Shepard gets called for the reach-in on Flagstaff. Rockets have the most successful challenges in the NBA, 19 of 24. Flag shoots one from the top, misses it. Capella with the rebound, gives it to KD, who brings it down. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Behind the back dribble, shoots the three. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. KD with the three. I told you he should shoot the three. He's on fire right now. That's 13 points in the first quarter for Kevin Durant. And they're down just by 1, 20-21. Flag with the ball, gets in the lane, tosses it out. They're going to call Powell for a foul. Let's take a look at that. What did he do? Oh, they're showing a replay of Durant, who went between his legs twice and then shot that three, knocked it down, just cha-ching, ka-chong. Rockets will take it out and bring it down. Holiday now with the ball. Chance to take the lead here. Holiday goes down the lane, stops, goes back to Durant. Durant double-teamed. Throws it over to Holiday. Goes into the lane and up to the rim. Out to Tate. Over to Shepard. Shepard all the way up and he dunks it down. Holy freaking cow. Shepard went around down the lane, was wide open, and dunked it down with one hand. 22-21 Rockets with the lead. Nice. Powell got tied up with Holiday. Another foul was called, but this time it's on Holiday, not on Powell. But man, this dunk by Shepard. Boom. That was nice. Shepard going around that pick and right down the lane. That was awesome. 3 minutes left. Mavs with the ball. They get it into the lane. Up off the glass. No good. Smith with the rebound. Out to Tate. Tate bringing it down. Back to Smith. Up for three. Please make this one. Oh, no. That's 3 misses from downtown for Jabari Smith. 250. Mavs get into the lane, shoot the ball, easy jump shot. They regain the lead by 1, 23-22 off Christie's shot. Shepard with the ball at the top of the key over to Durant. Durant pushing Christie off, tries to back it in. He's triple teamed right now. It gets over to Shepard. Holiday's wide open. Takes the three-pointer from the wing, misses it. Rebound by Washington. Mavericks bring it down, but the Rockets are back on defense. Williams back to Christie. Christie gets inside, but it's knocked away. Tate steals it. It's one-on-one at the other end. He passes it off to Smith, who lays it up and in. Fast break points for the Rockets. 24-23. Spacetown in the lead. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Who's got the ball here? That's Russell. Trying to work his way in. 5 seconds on the shot clock. What in the world? They're going to say that the shot doesn't count. There's a whistle blown. Russell and Smith pushed at each other. It looked to me like Russell pushed Smith off. And he shot it after the foul. So he's not going to get any free throws. Mavericks bring the ball in. Oh my gosh. Williams goes up for the shot. Tate knocks the ball out and is called for a foul. Williams will go to the line and shoot a pair. 1:42 left. They are now in the bonus. The Mavericks, with just a little time left on the clock. First free throw. Rattles out. Nice. Yep, bingo and in the lead. That's right. Oh, I see. Hey, Brendan, what's going on? I just saw you in there. I haven't been looking at the live chat. I've been so wrapped up in the game. Second free throw is in. It's tied, 24 up. Thompson brings the ball down. Push off foul on Tate. Turnover. That's 2 fouls for Tate, and he has only been in the game for a couple of minutes. Mavericks bring it in with 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. All the way to the rim. Williams with a layup. Misses it, thankfully. Tate brings it down. He looks for Shepard on the outside, back to Tate. On the wing to Holiday. Holiday goes in the lane. Kicks it back to Tate for 3. Rainbow shot off the front of the rim. Misses it. 1:10 left in the first. This is not the A crew on the court right now. Nice tap and steal over to Smith. Brings it down. Take it inside, baby. Come on. Jump shot right in the lane. Ka-chunk. It's good. 26-24. 56 seconds left in the first. Right in the lane is Williams. Are you kidding me? Shepard with a terrible foul. Boneheaded foul. While Williams was coming down after the shot goes in, and he'll go to the line and shoot. Let's see here. Brendan says, just wondering, have you seen -1 Godzilla? Yes, it is. It's great. I saw it twice in the cinema, Brendan. It's really, really good. Did you get to see it in the cinema? Because it was phenomenal in the cinema. I had to go see it a second time. It was just absolutely wonderful. I loved it. Very emotional, moving story. It was good. Thompson with the ball at the top. Goes into the lane. All the way up. How did he miss? How did he miss? Thompson doing the same thing he did yesterday or 2 days ago. Gets all the way to the lane. Misses the layup. Can't complete the layup, man. You need to go back and watch some Michael Jordan. Take some notes on how to finish your shots. Mavs go all the way down to the other end, gets knocked out of bounds. Still Mavericks ball with 27 seconds left. They have 17 on the shot clock. Shepard is going to go out and sit on the bench. Okogie in. They let him go up to the lane. Nice block by Okogie from behind. They let him go all the way up and shoot a layup, but Okogie was just waiting for it and knocks it off the backboard. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Holiday with the ball. Come on, let's make something happen. 7, 6, 5. Oh, no! Holiday lets him steal it and take it down to the other end for a dunk. Are you kidding me? Total trash play by Holiday. He waits until the clock goes down to basically nothing, to like 5 seconds. And as soon as he starts to try to go around his man, it's stolen, taken down to the other end, and dunked by the Mavericks. Looked like a total amateur right there. That's where it's going to end at the break. On the screen, I don't know why it says halftime. It's not halftime. It's the end of the first quarter. That's my, once again, that's my overlay. I've got to fix that. It's funny because in between the quarters and at halftime, it was just showing like quadruple zero. And it wasn't showing if it was a break or if it was the end of the first quarter or if it was halftime or pregame or postgame. It wasn't showing any of that information. So I told the AI, please change it to where it notifies the viewer when it's halftime or when there's a break. And it says, no problem. And so right now, in between the first and second, in between the second and third, and in between the third and the fourth, it says halftime. So apparently now everything is halftime. I don't get it. Break is not quite right. What it should say is, instead of halftime, it should say end of first quarter. And break is okay. I don't mind it saying break, but it's clearly not halftime. So please ignore that. It is 29-26 Mavericks with the lead. You know, recently they have actually made the AI systems more and more stupid. For those of you who use AI regularly, maybe you've noticed this. If you don't use AI regularly, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but like, for example, I think it was ChatGPT 4, that version was much more intuitive. And it could kind of, it can read between the lines and it can figure out what you're looking for and what you want and things like that. And whenever they, quote, upgraded it to the newer version, it started acting so stupid. I mean, so very stupid. It's almost unusable to me. It's almost unusable because it's so retarded. Like, for example, if you say, hey, why don't you make me an image that is like a unique image based on the Houston Rockets logo? And just make whatever. And then instead of making it, it'll ask me a question. And then I have to answer the question. Then it'll ask me another question. I'm like, just stop asking questions and make the logo. It never used to do that before. Second quarter is started. 11.5 left. Alley-oop and a lay-in for the Mavericks. They're up by 5, 26-31. Shepard with the ball. Tate, Green, and Smith are on the field with Thompson and Shepard. And the Mavericks steal it, get a fast break down to the other end. Laid up and in. That's a great way to start off the second quarter. Just allow 2 layups in a row. Green with the ball now. Rockets down by 7. Shepard gets into the lane, has the jump shot. Rattles it in. Good. Almost a little too short again, man. Be careful on those jumpers. 28-33 Mavericks. Sadly, only watched on Netflix. Well, if you have a big TV and a sound system, that would work too. I don't know if you do or not, Brendan, but if you do, then that's great. Or a projector or anything like that. As long as you can get the big sound and the big image. Davis gets the ball inside, tries to dunk it, blocked by Thompson. Wow. Wow. Davis gets the ball under the goal, goes up to two-hand dunk, blocked by Thompson, and the ball goes over the backboard. How do you like that? Get that crap out of here. Shot clock violation on the Mavericks. Rockets ball. They're down by 5, 28-33. 10.5 left to go before half. Thompson brings it down. Rockets have 2 blocks. Mavericks have 1. Thompson looking for a way to go in. He does, all the way to the rim. And they're calling a travel. I didn't even see a travel there. Show it again, please. I didn't even see it, but whatever. Another turnover. Mavericks with the ball. Little League. Little League, baby. Russell takes a fall-away jumper over Green. No good. Are you kidding me? Woo! The Rockets almost lost the rebound out of bounds. Saved to Shepard, who brings it down and jacks up a 3. Knocks it down! How about that? Shepard just brought the ball down and shot the three-pointer without hesitation. Rockets down by 2, 33-31. Russell has the ball. Alley-oops it. Ooh! That was a terrible-looking result for Davis. Davis went up to try to get that alley-oop, but he fell down basically on his back. Somehow he didn't hit the back of his head on the floor. Mavericks bringing in and immediately hit a three-pointer of their own. It's 35-31. Mavs by 4. 9:26 left. Shepard brings it in the lane. Oh, he was wide open. Why didn't he shoot it? Over to Thompson. Now out to Tate for 3. Woo, he made it. But man, Shepard was wide open for a layup and he didn't see it. 35-34 Mavs. Russell gets the ball, gets into the lane, jumps into Thompson, draws the foul as he shoots, but he misses the shot. By the way, are you guys and gals hearing the game audio? Are you hearing like the crowd cheers and the buzzers and things like that? I forgot to ask you. You should be, but I'm just checking. Brendan says they're making a new -1 movie come out in 2020. Yep, I heard about that. It's crazy that Japan can make a really good movie with a decent amount of special effects and do it for like $15 million. And then Hollywood comes out with a movie that costs $300 million and it's terrible. They come out with a $200 million movie and it just bombs. Free throws good. 37-34. Rockets haven't shot any free throws yet. KD with the ball. Glad to see he's back in the game. He brings it all the way to the goal. Takes the jump shot on the baseline. Misses it, but it's rebounded by Capella. To Green, over to Shepard, who gets into the lane. Running jump shot is good. Nothing but net. 36-37 Mavericks. Adams has been out because of illness. Hardy shoots up a 3. Breaks it off. Rebounded by Thompson. Thompson goes down the middle. They're going to call an offensive foul on Thompson. Thompson picked up the ball, and he had a guy on him, and he tried to pull away from him, and they called him for an elbow. That's crazy. Shepard now with 9 points. KD 13. Thompson doesn't have any points. Neymar goes all the way to the rim in a reverse layup. Once again, terrible defense. How many points do the Rockets give up per game on stuff like that? 40 points? Maybe more. KD with the ball tries to go off the floor to Capella on the break, but it hits the leg of one of the Mavericks. I think it was Nembhard. Rolls out of bounds. Shepard will bring it in. Gets it to Okogie. Over to Durant. inside to a wide open green. Who gets clobbered? No, that was Okogie. I'm sorry. Okogie with a nice pump fake and gets clobbered. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. I think so. Now I might be wrong about that, Brendan, but let me double check. Oh yeah, Daryl, it is supposed to be. These are sounds from the video game. Most of those sounds that you're hearing are from Double Dribble. I actually took the sounds from Double Dribble, so that you're right, they are video game sounds. Okogie makes his second free throw. It's 38-40. Rockets down by 2. Let me double check and see what the news is about Adams right now. Flag is going to shoot a three-pointer for the Mavs. He bounces it off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound. Very late whistle there. No, it's an ankle issue. Tendinopathy. What is ankle tendinopathy? Problem with the tendon? Okay, Shingun is still out for illness. Yeah, I had those guys mixed up. Sorry about that. Well, nice. Mavericks try to shoot a three-pointer. It was broken up. And then they'd finally get a three-pointer off. Whoa, blocked again. Nice. The putback by Flag, but it was blocked off the backboard. Smith gets down to the other end, and he gets blocked trying to shoot it in the lane. Right now, their ball is loose on the floor, and they're trying to get it. Rockets fight for it. Okogie gets it. And they're going to call it timeout. Okogie, man, on the ball, literally. They were fighting back and forth for that loose ball so hard, I couldn't even tell what was going on. Wow. Nice stuff. Ankle tendinopathy is the reason that Adams is out. It is the overuse or injury causing pain, stiffness, and swelling in ankle tendons, typically from sports or repetitive stress, commonly affecting the peroneal or posterior tibial tendons. Managed with rest, ice, gradual return to activity, physical therapy, supportive footwear, and sometimes anti-inflammatories. But severe cases may need medical review for diagnosis and specific rehab plans. So there you go. That's what's going on with Adams right now. Let's see here. I made a Chinese guy very angry on Facebook because there was a post showing the anger of China regarding the comments made by Sakai Takaichi, who is the new prime minister. For those of you who don't know, the new prime minister of Japan is Sanai Takaichi. It's a woman. It's their first woman, or first female prime minister. But she has kind of a bit of a hardline stance. She doesn't easily capitulate to China and what they want. And some of her comments recently really ticked off the government in China. And they've been saying a lot of really hateful things. And somebody posted one of those on Facebook, and I couldn't resist saying something about the red line, because government in China is always talking about their red line. Don't cross our red line. And all I said was the Communist Party's red line is always made of chalk, because people will cross that line. So they will erase the line and draw a new line and say, don't cross our line. They do that again and again and again. It's really funny. Even Chinese people will say that sometimes, but it ticked off some of the government supporters. Pretty funny. Nice! Woo! KD with a beautiful pass inside to Capella, who flushes it down with the two-handed dunk and gets the foul. Game is tied at 40. Capella will go to the line and shoot one. Thompson was taking a rest on the bench, but he's back in the game. He misses the free throw, but Okogie gets the rebound. KD, he gets the jump shot off, but it's no good off the front of the rim. That was a chance to take the lead. Flag with the ball, hands it off. Who's that? Williams. Back to Flag. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They've got the ball out at the three-point line. He brings it in. Off the glass. Bricks it off. Rebounded by Okogie. Out to Smith. Tries to go in the lane. Doesn't have it. Back out to Okogie. Over to KD. Thompson on the wing. Durant goes inside. Hands it off to Capella. He kind of loses the ball. It gets knocked away, but it hits the baseline, so it'll be called out of bounds against the Mavericks. Rockets ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock. 6:0 minutes left. 6:0 minutes. 6:05 left before halftime. KD has it. Takes the jump shot from the baseline. Nothing but nets. 42-40. Rockets with the lead. Mavericks take the baseline hook shot, miss it, but they're there for the rebound. Smith has it. He's bringing it down, gives it to KD. 15 points for Durant right now. Tosses it over to Smith on the wing, who goes around his man into the lane, and he rolls it in. Nice soft touch. 44-40 Rockets. 5:20 left in the second. Washington with the ball. Over to Williams, or Flag, then to Williams. Williams gets into the lane, tosses it out. Nice. Smith with another block. Jabari's all over his man. Are you kidding me? 3-point shot off the glass for Christie. Off the glass. And Smith called for a foul. He makes the three-pointer off the glass, and he goes to the line to shoot a free throw for a 4-point play. So stupid. So stupid. Lots of injuries like the Astros had. Yeah, too many right now. Sicknesses, illnesses, injuries. He makes his free throw. The game's tied. 4-point freaking play. Talk about luck off the glass. Durant with the ball at the top. 12 seconds on the shot clock. He goes around his man into the lane. Turns around, goes out to the wing to Smith for another three off the front of the rim. Thompson with the rebound, but he makes a bad pass. Flag steals it, goes down to the other end. He tries to, he makes the spin move over Okogie, and he gets the shot. Another turnover on an absolutely terrible pass. KD with the ball. Flag now with 9 points. Into Okogie. Okogie makes the pass out to the wing. Smith tries to bring it in, gets cut off, gets into the lane. Turnaround jump shot. Rolls it in. Another soft touch. That's what Smith needs to be shooting, is those jumpers. Stop shooting the three-pointers. He's not hitting them. It's tied up, 46 all. 4 minutes left before half. Mavericks get inside, throw it out to the wing. He brings it around. I don't know what he was trying to do there. He throws it up at the goal, goes under the bottom of the goal. Durant goes inside to Capella. Capella tried to do the alley-oop to Thompson, but it was a really fast pass, and it goes right over Thompson's head, through his hands and out of bounds. Terrible pass by Capella. No time for Thompson to react to that. Three-pointer by the Mavericks, and it's good. They're up by 3. 49-46 with 3.5 left. Ice it down, that'll work. Yeah, that's what it says, Daryl, online. You know, the RICE, the rice, rest, ice, compression, and maybe, what's the E for? Exercise, and maybe light exercise. I don't know. Holiday comes in to let Okogie rest. Thompson attempts a shot, misses it, but he goes to the line to shoot foul shots. He misses the first one. Man, Thompson can't buy a bucket right now. He doesn't have any points. He's missed everything, including his first free throw. Thompson scored over 30 points, got a career high this week, and now he hasn't scored a single point. Now that's his first point. He scored 1. So 1 point for number 1. He only has 2 rebounds also. He's been pretty good on defense. Are you kidding me? They let Williams go all the way to the goal and dunk it. Smith didn't even go up and try to challenge it. 51-47, Mavs up by 4. KD with the ball is double teamed over to Holiday. Holiday tries to go inside, gets into the lane all the way up to the goal, spins around, doesn't have it. Out to Thompson. Thompson to KD. KD gets inside, bricks the layup off the glass. Shot clock violation. No rim touched. Rockets call a timeout. Once again, that ugly play. Rockets started to get over it, looked like, but then it went right back to ugly play, just like it was earlier, and they're down by 4, 51-47, 2 minutes and 47 seconds left before halftime. Hey, Brutus, go Rockets, go Buckeyes. Are the Buckeyes playing right now? I don't even know who's playing right now. Let's see. NCAAF. College football home. Ohio State is playing Indiana. Oh, yeah, this is a very important game, number 1 and number 2. 10-3 in the second quarter. 6:26 remaining. I think that Indiana is overrated. So Ohio State should have no problem mopping the floor with Indiana. Indiana definitely doesn't deserve a number 2 ranking. That's just my opinion. I don't care what their record is. They're overrated. Duke playing Virginia. It's 14-7. Duke is winning that game right now with just 2.5 left in the second quarter. Anything else interesting happen? No real surprises so far from what I've seen. Yeah, Tulane beat North Texas, so that was nice, the American Championship. Congratulations to Tulane. Oh, Alabama got crushed, basically, by Georgia 28-7 in the SEC Championship. So that was nice to see. I'm not a Georgia fan, but I can't stand Alabama, so it's a good result, in my opinion. It's a good result, yo. Hey, Brutus. I love me some Temple of Brutus. Thank you so much for hitting that button, that like button. I appreciate you. For those of you who have not done what Brutus has done, I appreciate you clicking the thumbs up like button on the live stream. I much appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The King appreciates you. The King loves you almost as much as he loves his peanut butter and banana donut, banana sandwiches. That's right. The King loves you. All right. Williams brings the ball down. 2:40 left. Up by 4. He takes a shot, sinks it. Now they're up by 6. They just let him go right in the lane and take an easy jump shot. Why the soft defense? I'll never know. Shepard with the ball. Over to Holiday. Durant back to Shepard. Shepard across to Holiday for 3. Nice. Holiday 2 for 2 from downtown. 50 to 53. Rockets down by 3. 2:10 left before half. Come on, let's take the lead before halftime. Let's take the lead and keep it before halftime. Davis over the corner. Washington for 3. No good. Holiday almost went out of bounds on the rebound there. 1:50 left. Tosses over to Capella. Back to KD. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Capella comes out for the pick. KD wants to take it himself. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gets into the lane. Takes the nice, easy, short-range jumper. 53 to 52. Mavs by 1. 1.5 left in the second. Excited for the Texans game tomorrow night. Me too, Brendan. Me too. Flag all the way to the goal. And, oh, I'm surprised they didn't call a foul there. Gets knocked out of his hands by Holiday. Rolls out of bounds and will be called Mavericks ball. Mavericks trying to bring the ball in. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Davis has it. Brings it in a few steps. Takes the long jumper. And it's good. Nothing but net. 55-52. Mavs up by 3. Let's give Holiday or Shepard another 3. KD with the ball. 1 minute left. 15 on the shot clock. Moves his way around in the lane. Tries to go to Capella. Doesn't work. They kick it out to Holiday. But Holiday's foot is on the line. He's out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover. Good job, guys. You know, Holiday, I don't know how he didn't get called out of bounds when he got that rebound earlier. His foot looked like it was on the line. He needs to pay attention to where his feet are. He's getting way too close to the line. Oh, are you kidding me? Williams over to Christie. Reach in foul on Shepard. Useless foul. Mavericks up by 3 with 24 seconds on the shot clock. 41 seconds left before half. Mavericks are in the bonus now, so they're going to go to the line. Completely useless foul right there. He makes the first free throw. Kogi comes in, Shepard goes out. I think the Texans will crush the Chiefs. CJ puts up 21 plus. Our Texans defense will have Patrick on his butt all night. I certainly hope so. I hope the Chiefs score 13 or less. Second free throw is good. Mavericks up by 5. 41.5 left. Holiday bringing it down. All the way into the lane. Takes the mini jump shot. It's good. Nice. Holiday with 8 points. 2 threes and a jump shot. 21 seconds left. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams tries to bring it in. Loses control. Tosses it out to Flag. Flag takes a shot from the foul line, misses it. 10 seconds left before half. We got a chance. Holiday brings it all the way down and is fouled on his way to the goal. Kind of a useless foul, though. Rockets not in the bonus, so they will not shoot free throws. But they're going to bring Okogie out, put Shepard in. Look for a long-distance shot. It seems. 7 seconds left. They inbound the ball. KD has it. KD works it over, backs up, shoots the 3, gets fouled. That ball was way short. It was stupid of them to wait so long to call that foul. KD pulled up to shoot that three-pointer. It came up like 4 or 5 feet shy of the goal. Took them forever and a day to call the foul. So KD goes to the line to shoot 3. Let's flush them. Come on. First one is flushed indeed. 57-55. Less than a second left. 0.7. Second free throw is in. Okogie comes in. Tate comes in. They bring in some defensive guys. (57-56). One free throw here ties it up. And he does. He knocks them all down. 0.7 seconds left. The Mavericks will bring it in. And it's too late for him to throw it up. We're going to end the half tied at 57. Good enough for me. I wanted them to have the lead, but at least they have it tied. They're not losing at halftime, and that's just fine. That is just fine. That's actually a question I could ask all of you, for those of you who are interested in the Texans or the Chiefs. What do you think the score will be this weekend? I'm going to say KC 13. Houston 27. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to go out on a limb. And say that the Texans score a defensive touchdown. Houston 31, Chiefs 17. I'd take that score too. I need to warm up some water. It is halftime, folks. One of the things that I want to do right quick, let me put on some hot water, and I'll come right back. We'll check out the NBA scores. But while I'm putting on the hot water, I'll actually put the NBA scoreboard up for you so you can take a look. I'll come back and go over them in just a moment. Oh, let me make sure that my girls are not in the way. Let's see. Let me see if I can move them around. There we go. Yeah, they're not in the way. I'll be right back. Go Rockets! All right, I'm back. So let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. Of course, we know that right now we're at halftime. Houston and Dallas tied up 57 all in Dallas. The Pelicans lost to the Nets 119-101. The battle of the cattle there. Detroit beat Milwaukee. No, I'm sorry. They didn't beat them. I'm sorry. My bad. It is in the fourth quarter, 9 minutes left. Detroit beating Milwaukee 103-87. In the third quarter, Sacramento is beating Miami 95-70. There's a final in the Atlanta-Washington game. Atlanta won that one 131-116. Atlanta almost beat the Nuggets. They were ahead of them by a substantial margin. The Nuggets came back and won by 1. In the fourth quarter, the Warriors are leading the Cavaliers 92-84. The Clippers are over the Timberwolves 66-61 in the third quarter with 6 minutes to go. Now, what I'd like to do is go over the Rockets' stats for this game. Rockets scored 26 points in the first quarter, 31 in the second. Dallas with 29 and then 28. Rockets did a little bit better in the second, but they still had the same problem that they've often had, which is consistency. Recently, they've had the same problem again and again and again with consistency on defense, transition defense, taking care of the ball, making careful passes. They're good at moving the ball around, but sometimes they just start to get a little careless. Şengün is out right now with illness. Steven Adams is out due to some type of inflammation in his ankle tendon. He's going to need time to rest, to recover. Eason is slated to be back in about 2 weeks. So we'll see about that. Dorian Finney-Smith is estimated to be back January 1st. So in about 3.5 weeks or so. Van Vliet, not expected to be back until June. So that's going to be, he's not going to be back at all. He's on the bench, but he's not playable. For this game, Durant has 20 points. Shepard has 9. Smith and Holiday have 8. Capella and Okogie have 4 each. Thompson has 1. Green with none. In this game, it's kind of crazy that Thompson has played 15 minutes. He has 1 point, just a free throw. From the field, he's 0 for 4. 3-point line, 0 for 1. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. That's his only point. 1 of 2 free throws. He's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. He has more turnovers than he does points. 1 steal, 1 block, and that's it. Thompson having a terrible game right now, just playing terribly, terribly bad. Holiday showing him up with just 10 minutes. He's 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. Also with 2 turnovers. Who has most of the turnovers? Durant has no turnovers. Smith, Capella, Okogie, and Tate each have 1 turnover. Thompson has 3. And Holiday has 2. How are they shooting from the field? Overall, the Rockets' field goal percentage is 53%. It's okay. It's not stellar, but could be better. 3-point line is 38%. That's not bad at all, but they need to really bring up that field goal percentage. And from the free throw line, they're only shooting 75%. I expect that to always be over 80%. They need to be shooting better than that as a team. That's just not, it's not good enough. but they've only shot 8. So it's not a very, large sample size, I guess you could say. But that's the way it stands right now. That's where it stands right now. Anything else close to being done? Golden State and Cleveland are about 2.5 minutes away from being wrapped up. Cleveland trying to eliminate that lead right now. They are 6 points behind Golden State. 8 minutes to go in the game for Detroit and Milwaukee. The Pelicans got beat by 18 points. Brooklyn winning 119 to 101. Brendan says, I think the injuries are catching up with them. Hope the Texans defense plays patty cake this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, patty cake. That'd be nice. How many people do we have hanging out right now? 11 at halftime. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Man, my channel has just stalled. There's another channel. The guy does really good play-by-play, but he doesn't do basketball. He does baseball and football. That's pretty much it. And but he does basically he does mini games, sometimes 3 or 4 games in a day, and he does many different games, and he tries to get all of the popular games. And he used to be way behind me in subscribers, but because his audience is so big, he's just blown up to almost 3,000 subs now, and my channel is just stopped. I barely got to 1,500, and it's just kind of stopped. Subscribers have just stopped. So I do appreciate everyone being here. I do appreciate you. Brendan says, talking about the Rockets. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah, you can really tell whenever the Rockets in the first, if you look at it, when the Rockets are in the first quarter and they've got people like Green in the game and Tate in the game, you know that they've got injuries and guys sick, because those are the kind of guys you bring in the game when you're up by 25 or 30 points at the end of the game. You don't just bring those guys in the first quarter to rest your main guys. If your main guys come out to rest and their replacements are guys like Green and Tate, then you know that you've got some important people on the injured list or sick list. Absolutely, they've got some issues. Let's see here. I saw some very interesting boots in a store earlier, and I thought these would be cute. A cute gift for my daughter. But they were the wrong size. They're 2 sizes too small, basically. But the price was awesome. Price was great. Just like 2,500 yen. But if you buy them brand new online, they're like 8,000 yen or more. So it's a big discount. But the problem is they were the wrong size for her. So I'm trying to find her size right now. And it's a little difficult to do for a good price. Wow, some of these online are too much. 25,000 yen. Wow. That's like 150 bucks. Why so expensive? Man, those things are expensive. Wow. The cheapest I see is 12,000 yen. That's still over $75. That's ridiculous. All right, we are underway now with the third quarter. Rockets have the ball, tied up at 57. Let's get her done. Durant works his way inside, backs out, goes into Capella. Capella over to Smith, who goes in the lane, shoots it from the foul line, rattles it down. 59 to 57, Rockets with the 2-point lead. Williams bringing the ball down. No, that's not Williams. It's Numbard. Davis has it on the wing. Tries to go inside the lane, gets blocked. He backs it back in on Capella. Turnaround jumper, nothing but net. Ties it up. 11 to go in the third. Thompson with the ball, bringing it down. Come on, Thompson needs to score some points. KD with the ball. Right at the foul line, brings it in, takes the jumper. Nothing but net, baby. 61 to 59. Washington over to Davis. Davis over to Marshall. Back to Davis. Takes a long jump shot, and it's good. Just leaned back and shot it. 61 all, 10.5 remaining. KD with the ball. Capella on the pick. Doesn't go anywhere. KD's left open for a three, though. Bricks it off. Capella with the rebound. Loses it. Didn't have anybody to pass it to. And instead of dribbling it, he just throws it off the ground and loses it. Ridiculous. Marshall over to the corner to Washington, who shoots the three. Misses it. KD with the rebound. Nice box out. 61 all. Just under 10 left. Thompson comes all the way down with it. Out to the wing. Okogie for three. Misses that. On the rebound, it's knocked off of Capella and rolls out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Maybe another close game will get you 100 viewers like last time. Well, viewers are fine, Brendan, but subscribers are better. Hopefully they can turn into subscribers. Whoa, Okogie has a steal. But as he's grabbing the ball, he gets fouled by Numbard. What a ridiculous guy. Numbard grabs Okogie's jersey and pulls him down, and then he swipes at him with his hand. No sportsmanship at all. Thompson with the ball on the wing. Takes it to the top. KD at the foul line. Looking for a shot. Gets in the lane. Fakes it. Takes the jumper. Rolls it off. Davis with the rebound, but he gets hit in the face. No foul called. Washington brings it down. Long three-pointer for Washington. Rattles it off. Knocked out. What in the world is going on out there? Davis was all over. Was that Davis? No, that wasn't Davis, was it? No, it wasn't Davis. It was another guy. Looked like Marshall that was all over KD, but there was nothing called. Long three-pointer again. They miss it. Smith with the rebound gives it to Thompson. Back to Smith, who's wide open for a three. Nothing but net. Finally, Smith starts making those. That'd be nice. 64 to 61 Rockets. All the way in the lane and an easy jump shot for Marshall. 64-63, 8:18 to go. 22 viewers, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining in. I do appreciate you. Make sure you like and share if possible. Thompson in the lane. Nice. Finally, Thompson also makes a shot, his first field goal of the entire game here in the third. 66-63 Rockets. Push off by Davis. He pushes Capella off, misses the shot. Rebounded by the Mavs. Flag has it. Goes inside. Easy finger roll layup. Wide open. Once again, there's that soft Rockets defense. 66-65 Rockets. Thompson bringing the ball down. Flag on defense. Crosses over. Tries to go off the glass. Partially blocked by Flag. But Thompson gets the rebound. Goes under the goal to a wide open Capella who dunks it down easy. 68-65. Good hustle to get that rebound on the partial block by Thompson. Flag with the ball at the top. Goes around Davis's pick. Gets into the lane. Doesn't have the shot. Tosses it back to Numbhard. Over to Davis on the baseline. Fade away. Are you kidding me? A foul on Capella as he falls away on that jump shot. Makes the jump shot. Gets the foul. Where's the foul on that, though? I mean, how do you foul a guy when he jumps backwards and shoots a jump shot? How can you even be close enough to foul a guy when he's jumping backwards? How aggressive do you have to be to foul a guy who's jumping backwards on a jump shot? Rockets currently have a 1-point lead, but Davis goes to the line. 7 minutes exactly left in the third. I'm about to have to go check my water. Free throws up and in. Game's tied at 68. KD will bring it down. .10 seconds on the shot clock. KD dribbling around, gets into the lane, doesn't have it, kicks it out. So Kogi fakes the three, goes inside, tries to get it to Capella. Bad pass. Mavericks steal it. It's a turnover. Fast break all the way down to the other end. Thompson knocks it away, but it's called for the foul. So he'll go to the line. Williams will go to the line and shoot two. I'm going to seize this opportunity to get my hot water, but I'll be right back. Timeout called. Good timing. All right, got my hot water. And back just in time. They're showing some highlights, some Kevin Durant highlights. For those of you who don't know, in the last game, Durant cleared 31,000 points. Now he's chasing Wilt Chamberlain. He's less than 400 points away from passing Chamberlain on the all-time scores leaderboard for the NBA. Feel confident he'll be able to pass Chamberlain, no problem. Probably going to pass Nowitzki. After that, it'll be Michael Jordan that he's got to pass. These are some pretty big names. 6.5 left in the third. 68 all. Williams on the free throw line. Misses the free throw. Nice. Man, I turned the heater off in the other room, and the apartment has gotten kind of chilly. I might have to turn it back on and warm it up a little bit. Next free throw is up. And he bangs it in. 69-68 Mavericks. Davison is in the game and he brings the ball down. Shepard is wide open for a three. Misses it off the front of the rim. Mavericks with the rebound off the deflection. Williams all the way in. Right around Shepard, makes the layup. Once again, the soft Rockets transition defense. 71-68. Shepard goes all the way inside and makes a terrible pass, which Davis picks up and takes down to the other end and slams it down without any assistance needed. 73-68. Shepard tried to be cute with an over-the-head pass, and it was completely read by Davis. Durant takes it in, misses the jump shot. Another bad pass by Davison, but luckily Smith is able to get it. Smith goes in the lane and tries to lay it in and gets blocked. Flag down to the other end, and he's fouled as Durant goes up and blocks him. The Mavericks are playing with some energy. Rockets again playing like trash. Once again, you know, it's the bad passes. Just too lazy. The passes are too lazy. Too lazy. They're advertising streaming the Astros and Rockets games for $200 a year or $20 a month. You know, you could come here and just pay $2 a month for a membership to help support my channel. It's much cheaper. Free throws are knocked down. 7-point lead for the Mavericks. They've scored 10 unanswered points in less than 2 minutes. Shepard goes around, makes another bad pass, picked off and fast break down to the other end. Slam dunk. That's 2 lazy passes by Shepard and about 4 for the Rockets in the past couple of minutes. Durant with the ball. 5 minutes left in the third. Durant shoots the shot from the foul line, misses it off the front of the rim. Shepard gets it after a couple of deflections. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He doesn't have any shot. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Do something. He tries to dribble through, and he turns it over again. And another dunk on the other end. That's 3 turnovers by Shepard in about 2 minutes, all which led to fast break dunks on the other end by the Mavericks. Rockets call a timeout, and they are down right now by 11 points. Total garbage. Total garbage right now. What are we doing, folks? What are we doing here? I have no idea. You know what? Forget this. Let's take a look at the scores around the league. Maybe there's something more interesting to look at. What games are over? Okay, Golden State beat Cleveland 99-94. Atlanta beat Washington 131-116. Detroit beat Milwaukee 124-112. Brooklyn beat New Orleans 119-101. Right now, games in the fourth quarter. The Clippers are beating the losing to the Timberwolves just by 2 points, 85-83, with about 9 minutes left in the fourth. Sacramento beating Miami 113-91. Wow. Make that 114-91. Nuts. Sacramento's 5-17. Miami is 14-9, but that game is lopsided at the moment. Speaking of lopsided, the 8-18 Dallas Mavericks are beating Houston 79-68 here in the third quarter. 4.5 remaining. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. The Texans game coming up later on. Here's my layout for that game. I am going to alter it just a little bit on the left side. I'm going to have another video camera there that will have my friend Danny. He'll be joining the commentary for the Texans-Chiefs game. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's get back to the Rockets game now. All right, Durant with the ball. 4:20 left in the third quarter. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Durant brings it inside, gets all the way to the goal, fakes, and then lays it in. Nice. Nice, easy 2 points. 79-70. That was a 14-0 run by the Mavericks. Durant finally put some Rockets points on the board. Williams with the ball. Thompson on defense. Hands it to Davis. Back to Williams. Over to Davis. Goes in the lane all the way up and in for an easy layup. Right around Thompson. And right by Smith, who do nothing to stop it. 70-81. About 3.5 left in the third. Davison to Durant. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Durant looking for the shot inside the lane. Gets around or gets between two men. Back to Smith in the lane, who lays it up and in. Finger rolls good. 81-72. Williams bringing it down. Flag on the left, Davis on the right. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Flag picks. He goes to the left. Davis all the way to the lane. Easy layup over Thompson, who's able to slap the backboard but can't touch the ball. 83-72. Smith with the ball. Goes in the lane. Gets a little space. Goes out to the three-point line. Thompson fumbles it at first and then misses a three-pointer. Rolls it off the rim. 2:40 left. Davison over to Williams. Flag comes over at the pick. Over to Davis, almost stolen by Thompson, but Davis is able to go to the rim again with another easy layup. That's back-to-back layups off of Thompson. One over him, one around him. 85-72, 13-point lead. Durant goes to the goal, layup, and gets the foul. Going to go to the line and shoot one. I think it's hilarious how my program thinks that even a layup is a dunk. It's fine. Why not? I'll just leave it in. I'll just leave it in. 11-point lead for the Mavericks with 2:14 left in the third. Here comes the free throw attempt. It's good. 10-point lead for the Mavericks. Williams bringing the ball down. Washington on the wing. Williams shoots it. What? No travel? A fake shot at the foul line, and then he took 2 steps. He was holding the ball. He wasn't even dribbling it. And he just took 2 steps. Another turnover. Durant had the ball knocked away when he tried to make a pass. Williams shoots a 3, and it's not there, but Washington grabs it and drops it in. No rebounding by the Rockets. 75-89. I don't even want to watch this game right now. It's so terrible. Holiday with the ball. Gives it to Green. Green to Durant. Durant gets triple teamed. Green tries to go inside. Doesn't have it. Tate for 3. Very short. Barely kisses the front of the rim. They bring it down to the other end. Christie has it with 1:12 left. Over to Washington, or Williams rather. A lot of collision going on in the lane. No fouls called. They missed the 3-pointer. Tate over to Holiday on the wing. Tries to go baseline, gets cut off. Throws it out to Davison. Davison on the baseline. Throws it over to Green across the way. Goes up and in. Gets the layup. That was not bad. Better ball movement there. And good result. Being patient and getting the layup. 77-89. The Mavericks have 58 points in the paint. Rockets with barely 40 in the paint. Another layup for Powell. Marshall to Powell. Another easy layup for the Mavericks. Rockets defense sucks. I'm sorry, it just sucks. In the paint. I don't know what the other team's paint defense is like, but it can't be any worse than the Rockets' paint defense right now. Davidson to Capella. No, Tate. Back to Davison for 3. Misses it. Barely got that off before the shot clock ran out. Long 3-pointer at the buzzer in the third quarter and good. Marshall makes the 3-pointer for the Mavericks. Rockets destroyed in the third quarter. It's 94-77. You heard that right. The Rockets are losing to the Dallas Mavericks at the end of the third quarter, 94-77. It's a 17-point lead for the Mavericks. 17-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks against the Rockets. You're not looking at the scoreboard incorrectly. You're not hearing me incorrectly. Brutus says, come on, Rockets. I want to say, get out of here, Rockets. I want to say, just, you know what? Go ahead and just throw in the towel and go get on the plane and go back home, because playing like this, I mean, come on. It's pretty bad when you have to start taking out players like Thompson and Shepherd because they're making so many mistakes. Shepherd wasn't shooting poorly, but he turned the ball over 3 times in a row because of absolutely horrible passes. Every single one of those passes turned into slam dunk fast break points. And that happened in less than 2 minutes. Just Shepherd alone cost the Rockets 6 points. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Let's take a look at the NBA scoreboard here. 2.5 minutes to go in the Miami-Sacramento game. Sacramento up by 17. Looks like they've got that game locked up. They're about to get their 6th win. And what else is going on here? The Clippers and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves up by 6 with 6.5 left in the fourth. 95-89. Sacramento just went up by 20 points. They've got that game completely handled. No problems there. Yep, it looks like the Rockets game is the last one of the day. The fourth quarter just now about to start. Let's get back over to the scoreboard here. There we go. All right. Williams with the ball. Over to Marshall. Marshall goes in the lane. Draws the foul. Misses the shot. We'll go to the line. Shoot two. Why not? Shepard is now in the game. That's 4 fouls on Shepard. Marshall makes his first free throw. Second free throw is also good. 19-point lead for the Mavericks. How can the Mavericks, even though the Rockets have some guys out, how can the Dallas Mavericks be beating the Rockets by 20 points? Thompson is also back in the game. Terrible pass by Thompson to Smith, and it's stolen. Fast break points, easy. So we're right back to the same trash. Rockets coach is ticked off. He calls a timeout. Mavericks up by 21. I'm telling you what, man, Thompson and Shepard are garbage today. The Rockets aren't looking good at all, but when Shepard and Thompson really need to step up and they're playing like garbage, then we're kind of screwed. Because your backup guys can only do so much. You know, I think at best, our second and third stringers, when they're on the court together, the best that they can do really is kind of maintain a lead at best. They're not going to go on a run and, you know, get a lead or erase a deficit unless the other team has their second and third string guys on, you know. But whenever the main guys for the other team are on the court and we have second and third string guys on the court, the best we can hope for is for them to maintain the current score. That's the best we can hope for. They're not going to go on a run and eliminate a 20-point lead. It's just not going to happen. But right now, Rockets don't really have any choice. Whenever I don't think that the coach took out Thompson and Shepard because they needed a rest. I think they took them out. He took them out because they were sucking. What does Thompson have, like 3 points? Yes, Thompson has 3 points this game. It's the fourth quarter. Shepard has 9. Thompson should have 20 points right now. Thompson not scoring, just Thompson not scoring has been a huge factor in this game. I mean, look at it. He's got 3 points and 3 rebounds. That's horrible. Shepard has 9 points and 2 rebounds. And how many turnovers? 2. Too many. That's how many. I want to actually look and see how many turnovers these guys have right now. Turnovers. Thompson has 4. Shepard has 3. They have 7 turnovers just between the two of them. Nobody else has as many turnovers as those guys. Everybody else has 2, 1, or 0. Shepard with 3, and he got those 3 within less than 2 minutes. Thompson has 4. Absolutely ridiculous. The Rockets with 16 turnovers. The Mavericks with only 7. If for those of you who've ever watched Adventure Time, do you remember Lemon Grab, or do you know Lemon Grab? Unacceptable! That's the way I feel right now. Smith with the ball over to Thompson. Thompson goes in the lane, spins around, takes the jump shot short. Mavericks get it. Thompson still can't buy a bucket. Some people trash talk. Thompson prefers to just shoot like trash and pass like trash today. Missed jump shot, thankfully. Smith with the rebound over to Holiday. Holiday brings it down. Just check up 3, man. He does! Knock it down. Yes, he did it. He did exactly what I told him to do. Yes, he had it wide open at the top. 80 to 98. Good job, Holiday. Thank you, man. I need to put a bug in his ear every time. Just keep jacking those threes. Marshall with the ball. Goes in the lane. Spin around. Jump shot. Easy. Too easy. 80 to 100. 20-point lead for the Mavs right now. 10.5 to go in the game. Holiday goes in the lane all the way inside the baseline. Throws it out to Thompson. Thompson across the lane to Jabari Smith. Smith goes in the lane and gets stripped. Picked up by Capella. 3 by Tate. No good. Out to Shepard. Shepard goes in the lane. Running jump shot. Bangs it off the back of the rim. Rebounded by the Mavs. Loose ball. Smith gets it. Gives it to Shepard. Another 3. This one's good. Man. Keystone Cops right now on the court. 83 to 100. 17-point lead for the Mavs. 9:44 left in this game. They've got a 20-point lead to overcome in the fourth quarter. Russell to Powell. Ooh, he gets clotheslined. Doesn't make the shot. I think it was Capella just clotheslined him to make sure he didn't get the shot, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Yes, that's right, Keith. Adventure Time. 20 burger. 20 burger by Flag Income. What's a 20 burger? You're loving the score? You must not be a Rockets fan. The team that you like. Do you like the Mavericks, or do you just not like the Rockets? I don't know why anybody would have anything against the Rockets unless they just want to be a troll. So, Keith, are you a troll? Are you trolling here? Or are you a Mavericks fan? You're doing one of those. I don't know which. 101 to 83. Rattles down that second free throw. 102 to 83. Howell makes his free throws. 19-point lead. Holiday with the ball. Takes it inside, has the shot from the foul line, misses it. Flag on the rebound, pushes it down. Marshall over the corner for 3, and it rattles in. Numbard with the three-pointer. 105 to 83. 22-point lead. Thompson. All of the Mavericks starters are in double digits at the moment. Capella underneath, reverse is good. 85 to 105. Capella with 8 points now. Flag back over to Numbard. Passes it out to Marshall, wide open for 3. No good. Rebounded by Capella. Over to Shepard, who brings it up. Jabari Smith for 3. Knocks it down. Very good. Good shot. 88 to 105. Brendan says this guy trolling our entire team is injured. Injured Keith? Marshall gets inside, takes the easy jump shot. 107 to 88. Holiday has the ball at the top of the key. Goes inside, throws it out to Thompson for 3. No good. Smith with the rebound, lays it in. 90 to 107. $7:40 left in the game. Flag on the baseline. Gets the foul on Capella. Misses the shot by a mile. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. The Carolinas? Which Carolina? Keith? South or north? It's kind of silly to say you're from the Carolinas unless you lived in both places. I lived in North Carolina for a couple of years. Beautiful place up there. But I wouldn't say that I had good memories. That was when I was young and married to my only wife. Not good memories with her. 90 to 109. Thompson all the way to the goal. Lays it up and in. Powell tried to get the charge, but didn't work out. No foul called either way. 92 to 109. Nemhard all the way out to the wing to Christie. Stolen by Thompson on the bad pass on the transition. Thompson tries a fast break, loses the control of the ball. Smith gets it. 16 on the shot clock. Thompson wide open. Shoot the three. Don't waste time, man. What are you doing? Thompson just... Somehow he got the foul on that shot. But Thompson gets the ball back out around the three-point line. He was open. And instead of taking the shot, he just dribbles the ball around, wasting the clock with 6:49 left. And then finally he's like, oh, I need to do something. So he drives inside. Luckily, he got the foul called, and he goes to the line. But I don't understand. What are you doing when there's 6:49 left in the game, and you're down by 20? And you're just hanging around outside the three-point line, dribbling the ball around? You're not using your brain. If I were the coach, I would have called timeout and yelled at him. What the heck are you doing, bro? Myrtle Beach and Durham. I actually went to Myrtle Beach while I was in North Carolina. I drove down there for a couple of days, a little short vacation. Duke fans in your family. Any Wake Forest fans, Keith? Or any Tar Heel fans? I know in basketball, the Tar Heels and the Blue Devils, those are big teams, but Wake Forest is also a pretty popular and well-respected program. My cousin is a Tar Heel fan. Gotcha. Yeah, when I think of those schools, Keith, I don't think of I'm sorry, I don't think of baseball at all. Not at all. When it comes to football, not really. Don't really think of football either. I mean, their football teams are typically mediocre, always mediocre. The first thing that pops to mind is always basketball, always. It's one of the things that I have respect for when it comes to the LSU sports program, because they're always in the mix in baseball, basically. They are really good in baseball consistently. And in football, unfortunately, when they got Brian Kelly as head coach, they did so terribly bad. I'm very excited about the football team now that they've got Lane Kiffin. That's going to be freaking awesome. I'm expecting if he sticks with LSU for the next 10 years, I'm expecting the Tigers to have 5 national championships under Lane Kiffin. I think it can happen. But even in basketball, LSU is capable of recruiting and some good players and doing well. They just have good sports programs all around. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of UNC football, but you're right. it has buzz for different reasons. You're right. But yeah, it's like an LSU. Even when LSU's not playing well, if I see North Carolina on the schedule, I'm like, that's a W. That's a W for us, easy. Just never really any risk of competition in that game. 94 to 109, Thompson makes his free throws. What in the world's going on here? Hey, nice. Nice job. Marshall fouls Jabari Smith. Loose ball foul. He gets Smith in the face, and they call an offensive foul. Thompson with the ball. Come on, stop running the clock down. Smith just standing there. 6.5 left. Shoot the ball. Come on, Thompson. Shoot the ball. Finally drives inside. Shoots the jumper. No good. What? They just wasted like 15 seconds of the clock to just shoot a fall-away jumper. Shoot the three. You're down by 15 points. What did they think's going to happen? Steal, almost a great steal by Thompson. He misses it. The Mavericks throw up an airball three-pointer, but Davis is there with the rebound, if you want to call it a rebound. He catches it and lays it in. 111 to 94. Shoot the three right now, Smith. Shoot it. Okogie. Yes, Okogie, thank you. He shoots the three and makes it. Thank you, Okogie. Josh Okogie with a brain. Smith, Thompson, not so much. Holiday and Okogie have the right idea. You get the ball, you shoot a three. Thompson steals the ball. Tate grabs it. Nope, now it's a tie ball. It looks like that's going to be a jump ball. Good defense by Thompson against Nembhard. Nembhard and Thompson will have a jump ball. I think they should have called a foul on Nembhard because he just landed on top of Thompson. Yeah, it is. It's going to be Rockets ball. Nice. Good. Good call. All right, come on, back it up. Shoot it. Holiday for three. Misses it. Had the right idea. Thompson under the goal. Brings it out. Over to Okogie. Shoot it, man. Shoot it. Shoot the ball. Smith goes inside. Tries to lay it in, and he misses it. Thompson with the rebound. Holiday for three. No, he goes inside. Shoots the shot. Gets the foul. He had the right idea. Holiday was going to try to shoot that three. But he got covered, so he brought it inside. Drew the foul. Got the shot. He might get his three-point play anyway. It's a 12-point lead right now for the Mavs. Man, that was a beautiful play by Holiday. Faked the three, or he went to shoot the three. It was covered. He goes inside, spins around, draws the foul on Davis, makes the shot. Knock down that free throw. He does. 100 to 111. 11-point lead for the Mavs. 5 minutes left. Come on, Rockets. Holiday's 5 for 9 from the field with 14 points. Come on. Williams with the ball, looking for a man. Throws it over to Davis, close to the foul line. Okogie on defense. All the way over to the corner. Washington for three, and he nails it. 100 to 114. 4:45 left. Come on, stop wasting time, Thompson. Get the ball down. Why are you walking down the court? He goes inside, draws the foul. Gets knocked down to the floor. Can somebody please explain to me why Thompson and Smith, Jabari Smith and Amin Thompson, are playing this ball like they have this game like they have all the time in the world? They're walking the ball down the court, jogging lightly down the court, dribbling around, letting the clock dwindle down while we're down by 14. I don't get it. Smith at the top of the key. Stop standing there and do something. Finally, he goes inside, gets the jump shot, and it's good. On the rebound here, Tate and Davis go down. Was there a foul called? No. No foul called. Rockets down by 12 with 4:20 left. 22 points for Smith. Foul, reaching in foul for Tate against Williams. 4:14 left. Washington will bring it into Williams. 12 on the shot clock. Come on. Come on. Williams brings it all the way around in the lane, kicks it back out to Flag, who brings it in the lane, and misses the shot. They're fighting for the rebound. The Rockets get it. Come on, Thompson. Go, go, go. All the way down to the other end and gets stolen by Williams. Are you kidding me? Flag gets the fast break, drops it over to Davis, who pushes Okogie out of the way and dunks it down, 116 to 102. Man. Terrible shot by the Rockets there. Barely touches the rim. Mavericks get the rebound. Holiday tries to get the steal, is not able to get it. They throw it down to Davis. No foul. He rams into Okogie and knocks him down again. Or that was Tate. They call no foul. Davis is just pushing guys down, and they aren't calling any fouls. 3:15 left, Rockets ball, 116 to 102. Shoot the three. What are you doing? He goes inside, makes the layup, and gets the foul. I would have preferred a three-point attempt, but he's going to be able to go to the line and shoot for a potential three-point play. Rockets are now on the bonus. If the Rockets can come back from this game, it's going to be an absolute miracle. I mean, they're obviously trying. But you're right. Yeah, Berserk, you're right. Some of it is frustrating. Because some of the passes, some of the choices, some of the decisions, I just don't understand. I can only imagine how frustrating it is for the coach. Because the coach is not telling them, hey guys, we're down by 20 points or we're down by 15 points with just a few minutes left, so make sure you slow the offense down. Slow the offense down and run the offense. Work around and try to find a good shot. No, you don't have time for that when you only have a few minutes left in the game and you're down by 15 or 20 points. You have to bring the ball down as quickly as you can and find a three-point shot. You have to. So to see two of your starters clearly not aware of how much time they have, or rather don't have, but your backup players like Okogie and Holiday and Tate seem to be very much aware that we don't have enough time. We have to shoot the three-pointer. Why is it that your bench guys know that and they're quickly getting the shots off and they're making points, where your starters are taking their time with the ball, letting the clock run down, and not shooting threes? I don't get it. Davis misses his first free throw because Udoka got a technical. So the coach was very, very angry and apparently got called for a technical. The Mavericks shoot one and miss it. Now Holiday will shoot his free throw, and he completes the three-point play. It's 105 to 116. Rockets down by 11. Yes, please hit that like button. Rockets come back. Williams with the ball. Goes around his man looking for a shot. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to Davis right above the foul line. Over to Flag. Flag moves over to the right. Shoots it from the foul line. And it's good. 118 to 105. 13-point Mavericks lead. Thompson brings the ball down. Shoot the three. Thompson goes all the way to the goal and then kicks it out to Smith, but it's a bad pass again. Stolen by Washington. Out to Marshall. They slow it down. They let the clock run down. I think Thompson has at least 5 turnovers. No, maybe 6 turnovers. And they let Marshall go right in the lane. They don't even play any defense. They just let him shoot. The Rockets have now given up. Game's over. Rockets are down by 15, and Thompson brings it down really slowly. Smith at the three-point line doesn't shoot it. Tries to go inside. Gets Strip blocked. Goes out of bounds. Mavericks. Nope. Rockets ball. Yep, Rockets are giving up. They're sending in their fourth string. The guys coming in the game now had to take off their jumpers, their warm-up suits. Rockets have officially lost this game. 2:06 left. Holiday with the ball. Goes inside, lays it up and in. Mavericks don't play any defense. They just let him shoot. This is what happens when you let the clock run down and you don't take the shots. And you make bad passes and you play like garbage. No comeback today. Seeing a different side of you today, really? I maybe it's because they let, oh my gosh, the Rockets don't really play any defense at all, and Flag takes advantage of it, runs down to the other end and dunks it down hard and flexes. Oh, it's so amazing when they don't play any defense at all and leave the goal wide open for you, and then you start flexing. Flag is playing like a moron today. Timeout called. 107 to 122. How ridiculous is that? The Rockets on defense literally didn't play defense. They just stood there and they threw the ball to Flag. And when Flag realized that the Rockets were just not playing any defense, I mean, literally not trying to play any defense, just letting the clock run down, he runs all the way inside and dunks it and then starts celebrating and flexing. But nobody tried to guard him. Can I use the word retarded? I mean, if you go up for a dunk, you go in for a dunk, and guys are trying to stop you, and then you dunk over a guy who's trying to block you, yes, feel free to flex. But when the game is almost over, your team is up by almost 20 points, and the other team is not playing defense at all, they let you go all the way to the goal and do whatever you want, and then you start flexing. How stupid is that? The thing is, Brendan, when it comes to me, maybe you're seeing a different side because I was very good in basketball. I was offered a scholarship to play basketball. I was a ball handler. Our defense was primarily about full court press, putting a lot of pressure on the other team, lots of steals. I was very good at reading the ball and stealing the ball, getting a lot of blocks, rebounds. I was a good shot. I was consistently scoring over 30 points a game. I was quite good. You know, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't premium. I wasn't a premium player, but, you know, for my league, I was top 2, easily top 2 in my league. My junior year and senior year. Maybe I was number 1 in the league my junior year, but my senior year was a little bit different because I had to change positions and my teammates were really terrible. I lost some good teammates and they couldn't help out as much as they did my junior year. But I know a lot of strategies about playing defense and offense, and I can clearly see how terrible the Rockets are playing and the mistakes they're making, and then they keep making those mistakes over and over and over and over again is highly frustrating. It's 122-109 right now, Mavericks, with 30 seconds left in the game. They're just letting the clock kind of run down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, you're right, Berserk. They should have been letting the 3 fly early in the 4th. They should have just been shooting 3s. Overall, as a team, the Rockets are either number 1 or number 2 in 3-point percentage made. So they very easily could have come back in this game just by jacking up 3-pointers. So why didn't they? Why didn't they? It's frustrating. 5 seconds left in the game. The players are already hugging each other, and I'm sure the Mavericks are like, yeah, you guys suck today. Yeah, we know, but, you know, it's all good. They didn't play Durant at all in the last part of the game. They were like, screw that, we give up. 122-109 is the final score. That's going to be it for this really suffering Rockets team at the moment. Berserk says, with how they've been playing, the fourth string should already be in, to be honest. You know what, Berserk, you know what I would have done? Seeing Thompson and Smith play like that, that's what I would have done. I would have been like, who are my 5 bottom guys? I'm going to put them in, and during a timeout, as the coach, this is what I would have told them, okay? And I'm not joking about this, because I would do stuff like this. This is what I would do. I'd take my 5 lowest guys on the bench. I'd say, you're coming in the game. And we get in the huddle, and this is what I'd tell them. This is your strategy. You play hardcore defense in the lane. You don't let anybody shoot in the paint, okay? So on defense, no one shoots in the paint. Nobody, no exceptions. On offense, it's three-pointers. Three-pointers all day, all fourth quarter. That's it. You don't go in for layups. If you don't have the three-pointer, you throw it to somebody who does. And that guy shoots a three-pointer. If he doesn't have the three-pointer, then he throws it to someone else who does. And you keep throwing it around until somebody has a three-pointer and you shoot it. And then everybody crashes the board. That's what I would tell them. If you got 5 guys going in for offensive rebounds, you highly increase your chance to get that rebound and get another three-pointer up. That's the strategy I would have, because when you've got your starters out there walking down the floor with 5 minutes to go and you're down by 15 to 20 points, then obviously they're not trying to win. They're not thinking. And then your second string comes in, your third string comes in, and what are they doing? As soon as they can possibly get the look, they shoot a three-pointer. If they don't have the three-pointer, they try to create the three-pointer. They set up a pick. They take the three-point shot. If they don't have it and they don't have anyone to pass it to, they try to work it inside like Holiday was doing. Holiday was shooting the three-pointer. If he didn't have it, he'd go inside, get the layup and the foul. He had 2 3-point plays in the fourth quarter. Why is it all of your second and third string guys are following the plan, but Thompson and Smith are walking and lightly jogging the ball down the floor and then running the shot clock down and running the game clock down? I mean, can anybody explain to me? Can anyone give me a reason that would make sense to explain why they would do that, other than they're not aware of what's going on, or they don't care, or they've already given up? Is there a legitimate reason why they wouldn't be quickly trying to get the three-point shot off? Because there is no reason. I'm sorry, there is no reason. Yes, that's right. That's right. Brendan says, does Flag not know we have 5 players injured? Idiot. Yes, it's bad enough. And Berserk says, yeah, I don't know why he's celebrating. It's cringe. Yes, it is. Like, why is he flexing? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So we've got guys coming off the bench in the last 2 minutes that had to hurry up and take off their warm-up gear because they didn't think they would be in the game. They thought that we had a chance. Even the commentators were saying, is this going to be a Rockets comeback? Because the Rockets had like an 11-point deficit. There was time. They were close enough. But then suddenly they just lost control. They weren't doing enough. And so the coach pulls in these guys and they're like, oh, you want me in the game? I saw some of them come off the bench. They're like, oh, me? And they're still wearing their warm-ups. So they're trying to pull off their warm-ups to go in the game right there at the end. And then when they're on the court, there's just like a minute and a half left. And they're just standing there on defense, expecting that the Mavericks are just going to let the clock run down, because that's what the Rockets were literally doing at that time. They weren't trying to score. They were just dribbling the ball and letting the clock run down because the game was essentially over. And so they let the clock run down, and Flag gets the ball and he turns around and he's like, oh, there's nobody guarding the goal. So he takes off really, really fast, dunks it down and flexes. What a moron. It was cringe. It was super cringe. Our first blowout loss game. Yes, it was. We beat ourselves in this game. You know, I know that people can say, well, we had guys sick, we had guys injured, and we weren't 100%. But you know what? Thompson was trash this game. You know, let's go take a look at the stats. I want you to see Amin Thompson. He is a starter, but he played like a third string guy. He had 7 points the entire game. In the first half, I think he didn't even score a field goal. And by the way, 7 of his points, out of 7 points, 3 were free throws. He was over 3 from the three-point line and only 2 for 11 from the field. He only made 2 shots. But guess how many turnovers he had? 6. He had almost as many turnovers as he had points. That's absolutely terrible. And the Rockets had 18 turnovers in total. 12 for the Mavericks. What about rebounds? Total rebounds, 37. They actually out-rebounded the Mavericks 37-31, but they just couldn't convert. Field goal percentage was just 51%. Mavericks shot 60%. Do you want to know why? Because most of their points were in the paint. And why is that? Terrible defense, terrible transition defense, just letting them go inside, get easy shots, get tons of layups. Do you know that the Mavericks scored 37 points in the third and the Rockets only scored 20? That's a 17-point difference in one quarter. Absolutely insane. Insane. But you know, look, Durant scored 27 points, and he didn't play basically the entire fourth quarter. He played almost nothing in the fourth quarter. Smith scored 22 very quietly. 10 for 19. He shot barely 50%. Capella scored 8. Okogie scored 7. Thompson scored 7. One of your stars, Amin Thompson, only 7 points. Jeff Green scored 2. Tate scored 5. Crawford was in the game. When was the last time you remembered Isaiah Crawford being in the game? He actually got 1 shot off in 2 minutes. Didn't make it, unsurprisingly. Holiday scored 19 points in 27 minutes. Thompson had 33 minutes and scored 7. Holiday scored almost 3 times as many points, and he was in the game less than Thompson. His shooting percentage was also pretty good, about 65%. 3 for 6 also. He was 50% from the three-point line. Why not just have Holiday jack up three-pointers? I mean, Shepard was 2 for 3 from the three-point line. I think the coach could have been like, okay, get Holiday and Shepard on the three-point line and let them just keep shooting three-pointers. That could have been the strategy. It would have worked out better. Tyler Smith is the only guy on the bench that didn't come in, and I'm shocked that he didn't. I'm really shocked that he didn't. But that's it for today. Next game coming up for the Rockets. Let's take a quick look. It's going to be several days away. Rockets need it, man. Holy cow, do they need it. Today's the 7th. They're not going to play again until well, for me it's the 7th. I'm sorry. For you in Houston or in the US, it is the 6th. The next game coming up for you is on the 11th, but for me that's on the 12th. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days away. There's a 5-day break before the next game. And my God, do the Rockets need it. And by the way, Tuesday, in 2 days rather, just so I don't confuse you, 2 evenings from now, my daughter will be here from the U.S. She's visiting Hiroshima. And so Wednesday and Thursday, we will be together, spending time together here in the city. And then early Friday morning, she will fly back to America. And after she leaves to go to the airport or after she gets on her plane, I'll be able to do that game. So it's good timing that they have this break because I need the time off to spend with my daughter. So that's good. If I have some time, I'll create some short videos between now and then. But the next big game is the Texans game. So for those of you who do not know, the Texans, and I'm sure that you do, if you have any interest at all in the Texans, then you know that the Texans are going to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow evening. For me, that game is in the morning, 10:20 in the morning. Perfect time for me. 7:20 Central Time tomorrow. The Kansas City Chiefs at home versus the Houston Texans. Houston is 7-5 right now. The Chiefs are 6-6, but they've got a solid record at home. 5 of their 6 wins coming at home, 5-1 in their stadium, Arrowhead. But Patty Mahomes, hopefully the Texans defense will play patty cake with Mahomes. And I hope you can join me for that, because right now a friend of mine and I mentioned this earlier, but I'll say it again now for those of you who are listening. A friend of mine who lives in North Kyoto, way up close, right on the edge of the Sea of Japan. From his house, he can actually see the Sea of Japan. He is supposed to join me for that game to do commentary. He's not a Texans fan, so he's just there to offer some humor and some commentary, I guess you could say, I don't want to call it pushback, but a little bit of opposition for me. Should be an interesting live stream. I hope you can join me. I don't think he really has a favorite team, but he likes football, and he's excited about joining. So I hope you can join me for that. His name's Danny. So let's give him some grief. If he tries to give us grief about the Texans, we can give him some grief. But he should be joining me tomorrow for that game. I hope you can join us for that. I agree with you, Berserk. Should have been all threes all day in the fourth quarter. Let's see here. Berserk, they need a come to Jesus meeting for these next days of practice and film session into the 11th about the sloppiness and turnovers and not taking shots. You're right, man. You're absolutely right. I don't get it. Terrible passes, turnovers, terrible in the paint defense, not shooting when they were supposed to shoot. I just really don't get it. Brenda says the only game I care about is the game tomorrow night. I hear that. I care about all of these games, but I'm really, really, really looking forward to tomorrow's game. I mean, today's game, obviously, not very important, to be honest. Not a very important game. Of course, you want the Rockets to win, but not an important game at all compared to the Texans game tomorrow. This is just an early regular season game. Nothing really riding on this game. Rockets games don't really matter much until March. Yeah, later on it'll matter. I mean, they need to keep winning, of course, and stay ahead in the division. But they definitely need to use this time to get their act together. But losing this game, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that they what matters is that they get their act together, they learn from this game, and do better next time. Well, Brendan, my friend's channel name is DIY Japan, but he doesn't have anything to do with sports. I think I can pull it up, actually. Let me see. DIY Japan. Let me drop it in the chat for you. For those of you who are listed, or interested, rather. Listed. I don't know why I said that. There we go. His name is Danny, and he's supposed to be joining me tomorrow night. If you get a chance, you can check out his channel. He does some videos about Japan and his renovations at his house, and some just some stuff about houses, fixing up houses in Japan and living in Japan, stuff like that. He does really good videos. if you get a chance, you can go check him out, but he's supposed to be joining me tomorrow. We're going to do a live stream test today at some point, probably later this evening, and I'll get everything set up and ready to go. After that, we'll be here tomorrow, and I'll see you for that game. But thank you for liking the live stream. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening in. Didn't get any donations today. For those of you who are able to donate and help support the channel, I really do appreciate that. And as usual, I'll remind you that I much prefer PayPal, because if you donate through a super chat, YouTube takes a big cut. They take 30% of whatever you send to me. So if you prefer to send your money directly to me, it's better to go through PayPal, because PayPal only takes about 3%. So I'll get 97% of any donations, rather than you helping to make Google rich. Why not help me to keep the channel going? But anyway, yeah, Brendan, he's, I mean, I do live streams, and so I'm really busy, but he will take his time, sometimes 1, 2, or 3 months to make a video. And it's not because he's working on the video every single day. It's just that, you know, he doesn't get in a hurry to post his videos. He takes his time. Maybe he'll shoot a little bit here and there, and then it'll kind of sit for a long time. And he'll finally get around to finishing it and then posting it. But it's a little different. Doing a live stream requires a little bit of preparation time and scheduling it. But most of the work done for the live stream, once you get your overlays and your coding done and set up, then from there, most of the work is actually doing the live stream. But if I want to make some corrections to my coding and things like that, there are days, Brendan, when I spend many hours, many hours. You have no idea how many hours I've spent. Just what you're looking at right now, my overlay, my football overlay for the Texans, you have no idea how many hours it took for me to make this. To describe what I want, and to get the AI to help me make the code, to make it look the way I want, and to function the way I need it to function for myself and for you guys and gals. It's a lot of work to set it up and get it working. And then, of course, you're constantly having to tweak it, because there are literally always issues. And often what happens is when you make one change, then something else becomes broken. I don't know why it does that. I can tell the AI, hey, listen, this text is hard to see. Can you give it more contrast by changing the color from this to that? But everything else should remain the same. And it will say, sure, no problem. And it will completely redo the whole code. And then when it gives it back to me and I open it up, then suddenly my scoreboard isn't working anymore, or my data isn't connecting anymore. It's like it never fails. It never fails to have an issue. So getting everything working and keeping it working. Now, maintaining it is typically not a problem because nothing is being changed. But when I want to change something or tweak something or make something a little better or add something, there have been times when some of you in the live chat have said, hey, why don't you add this, or why don't you change that? And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And there are other times where I'm like, yeah, I know, I agree. I just haven't been able to do that yet. Or I've been working on it and trying to get it changed, but it's like pulling teeth sometimes, you know, to actually get the AI to do those things. I mean, what you're seeing right now with my Rockets live stream, I have spent more time on the Rockets overlay live stream scoreboard than any other. The Texans is the one that I've spent the second most on. It's a really cool, simple board. The cool thing is that, I mean, it took a long time to figure it out, but once we figured it out, between me and the AI, we've got the ball marker on the field, and whoever has the ball, it shows where they're at on the field, and it shows the down and where they're at. You know, it shows the down and the yard marker. It shows the logo of the team who has the football, and it moves up and down the field. You have no idea. I mean, it sounds simple, but you literally have no idea how difficult it is to do something like that. And it took a really long time. But even so, the Rockets scoreboard and overlay is the one that is far and away the one that I put the most effort into. And ironically, it's the one that I get the least traffic from. I get the least amount of traffic from my NBA games, but I'm doing NBA games almost every single day. And so far, it's just not working out very well. People aren't coming in here and watching my Texans and Rockets games nearly as passionately and as in such great numbers as they did with the Astros. So it's disappointing because it puts me in a difficult situation. And the Astros are not going to be playing consistently again for several months. And even when the baseball season does start, it's not like when baseball season starts, I'm going to make $1,000 the first month. That's not going to happen. Unless my channel was already at like 5,000 subscribers. And at this rate, that's just not going to happen. Unless something happens to go viral. If the Texans get into the playoffs, or at least they have a chance to get to the playoffs and some important games come up, then that will help my channel. If they get into the playoffs and they win a couple of games, that's really going to help my channel. But the issue is that once those games are done, then my channel is going to go right back to just being essentially NBA only. Because at the end of the football season, when the Super Bowl is finished, and I do plan to call the Super Bowl even if the Texans are not in it. I'll do some playoff games as well that are not Texans playoff games. But the thing is, whenever the Super Bowl is finished, between then and the baseball season, I'll just have some basketball games left to do for the Rockets. Now, obviously, if the Rockets go into the playoffs, which I believe they will for sure, they've got a good chance as long as they get their act together and they're healthy to go to the finals. Then yes, that will help my channel out for sure. But I really feel like it just seems like between now and 2 months into the baseball season, my YouTube channel is not going to do much of anything. And that's very dangerous for me right now. Just to let you know, I have started my application for disability through the U.S. government because of my cancer diagnosis. And from what I'm told, they can expedite my application because it's very immediate. The help that I need is immediate. I'm not allowed to work. And even if I were allowed to work, it would be difficult. I can work online, I could teach online and I can help support myself that way. But I don't always feel like doing things. Like last night, I was so tired. I slept about 11 hours and I really, really needed that. I went to sleep at 7 o'clock in the evening. I woke up a few times during that time. And then when I got up, it was 6 a.m. and I felt much better. My pain was down. And, but it was time to get up. I needed to get up and I did some things. I had some breakfast, some miso soup, and I used a coupon over at Starbucks to get a drink on the way home, just right before the game started. But the truth is, without an increase in income, I can't continue to do my channel. The viewers just aren't there for these games. And because I decided to focus on just Houston games, just Houston teams, it's good on one side and it's bad on the other side. Or not necessarily bad, but difficult. On one hand, it's good, and on the other hand, it's difficult because, yes, you have passionate fans, you have a strong fan base, you have like-minded people coming together for Houston teams. That's true. But not all Houston fans like football, not all like basketball, not all like baseball, not all like all of them. So, and not all people, not all fans like Houston. So instead of diversifying my channel to do all teams, I decided to focus on Houston. I don't care about all the other teams. I don't care about any other teams. I don't want to call games for the Lakers, the Dodgers, the Cowboys. I don't want to call games for the Yankees. Not at all. I'll do some playoff games because if the Astros are not in the playoffs, I might as well do that. Or if the Rockets or the Texans are not in the playoffs, of course I can do playoff games because that's a little different. But as it relates to doing regular games, college games are not possible for me because I have no way to watch college games here in Japan. But as far as other NFL games are concerned, other NBA games or baseball games, I don't care. I could do those on my channel, but that's not what my channel's for. That's not what I want for my subscribers. The people that subscribe here, I want them to either appreciate, like, or love Houston teams. And those are the people I'm here for. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. It's about 1:15. I need to go talk to a company about repairing my van. It appears that my alternator is bad, and so I need to find a shop that will put my alternator in for me. I would try to do it myself. Normally, I do try to do that myself, but I'm not really in a great condition to be doing that, I think. So I've got to go out now and try to find somebody to do that for me. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and type a message for you. As always, thank you for joining. Likes, subs, shares, and donations are all awesome. See you for the Texans game tomorrow night. Actually, I can give you the link to that game now that I think about it. Duke is playing Virginia in football right now. Where is that game? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's the wrong game. Texans. Arizona. Okay, there's the Chiefs game. Texans, Chiefs. There we go. Boom. There's the link. I'll go ahead and pin that. And I'll also put it in the description below the video after I stop the video. Thank you again. Love you all. Much love. See you tomorrow night. And until then, go Rockets, go Texans, go Stros. Mwah. And